Yes, people, big up to everyone. As always, man, I hope you guys are all blessed and well and enjoying the sunny day. If you have a sunny day, it could be morning, it could be night, evening or night, wherever you guys are, making sure you're enjoying your day today, man. Um, Listen, slightly a bit more earlier than I thought, than originally scheduled the video for. So personally, my fault. Obviously, thought it was going to be later, but it wasn't. I got it wrong. And it was an organization. Me and Kwasi organized to do a show, and I got the times mixed up. So I'm going to take full ownership of it beforehand and everything like that. But big up to Kwasi joining me today. Big up,
Oh,
Kwasi.
big up, man, there, man. How y'all doing?
Good, man. Good. It was my fault, man. I take ownership of it. You know, like some guys don't take ownership for their own stuff. So I'm
Nah,
taking ownership of it, man. I got the times mixed up. Should have been earlier. My mind was, yeah, we're gonna run it later. Boom, 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 done. But it was meant to be actually what, half an hour already, 35
yeah,
minutes. Yeah,
fire assistant or the production, man.
I will, bro. I think it's just right if I do fire them. To be fair,
You know,
guys, listen, you gotta do better, man. Quasi's, you know what I mean? Quasi had the time prepared. But
that's what Savage is saying. Man is feeling himself, huh, Savage? I told you this brother here is Hollywood, man.
nah, listen, bro, Sam, man, it's not. I told people to
Oh,
do that. You know what I mean?
oh man, even honesty is like, see, why the hell?
Nah, I got the time wrong. Listen. I put and it's mad. I ain't got my phone. I put it on charge across the room because I've got a couple of streams coming up with a couple of other people as well.
Mhm.
I've had to put it in my calendar to make sure I don't. You know what I mean?
Now,
Don't forget.
Kaza, you can't handle the pressure.
Nah, man. I
Oh,
just it slipped my mind. It slipped my mind. That's
oh,
all it is, man. But Quasi,
big
appreciate you
up,
taking
man.
the time
Big
out
up.
for jumping in, bro.
Thank you.
Talk to
Thank
me,
you.
man. How's things first and foremost before
All
we
is
go?
well, man. You know, I'm living the life of a champion. I'm royalty. So man them can talk to me like anybody, you know. Not anybody can reach me, especially rival fans.
Mm.
You gotta talk to 3, 4 people. You know, you gotta talk to people before they get to me. Talk to my people talk to me. They will talk to your people. We will do lunch and then we can have a
And they
conversation.
say
So
I'm the Hollywood one. I don't
yeah,
have
listen,
people.
I'm a champ now. I'm a champ now. So
I don't have people have to talk to before I get to them. Like that, I don't have that yet. I need to get on what you're doing, bro.
oh man, sheesh, Kingdom of K. Relax. The guy say Trent is a disgusting traitor.
Trent is Trent, man. Let Trent be Trent. He's
Let's
gonna
try and
get
beat
cooked by the
Trent, man.
media, man. Where should we start, man? Obviously, we got the Arsenal preview, but we'll
Yeah.
before we get to that, Quasi, before
Yes,
we
sir.
get to that, you said you wanted the mic.
Yeah. Just give me one of your 3 minute count because I
Go on,
have
bro.
something to say real quick. Okay,
Mm.
so I'm sure everybody watched so-called the beautiful game on Tuesday, Barca versus Inter at San
Yeah,
Siro. For so many years, people have told us that EPL cannot be the best league in the world because other leagues have techie, right? They techie. However they set up, it's so beautiful. And English game is long balls and fast pace and blah 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 blah. I don't know, Ants. You a coach. Let me know. The game of football is multifaceted, right? There's no
yeah.
one particular way of playing it. But there's 3 specific way of playing the game is made out of 3 ways. It's defense, creation, which is the midfield, and then the attack. So on that Tuesday game, where was the defense? Oh, it's beautiful for what you scored a goal, especially if you're on my side of the pond
Mm.
where people don't know football and they like scores, right? American sport likes score. That's why basketball is 2 points. American football is what 7 points every time you score, right? Baseball, you be there eating hot dogs all day. That's what that game is for, right? But don't tell me we just won some beautiful game because 2 teams decided not to play defense.
But that yeah, that's probably what the part of it that we enjoyed, though, the
So the
entertainment piece.
excitement.
Yeah, the entertainment piece for a neutral and
Mhm.
not a supporter of both teams. You walk away with like, Jesus, could this game go on for another half hour or something? Because
Yes.
there could have been more goals in this one.
No, you're right. And I love the excitement. That's why football is so entertaining, right?
Mm.
So don't tell people who love English Premier League when they say it's because it's entertaining. Don't tell them, oh, because another team, another league is so techy. because then you just confused me 3-4 times already. It is entertaining. Yes, I enjoyed it. Go back and forth, but people who study the game is sitting there and be like, brother, Barcelona, where's the defense? Inter was known from day one. I myself included said they are the dark horse because of their defensive setup. And if you remember when they beat Arsenal, Arsenal peppered them and they could not even have a shot on goal. What happened? Brother, they shipped 6 goals in 2 games. Barca shipped 7. Somebody told me it's because it's what they call a dominant attack. And I'm like, brother, at one point, somebody's going to say, we're going to park the bus. Right? Simone went to certain league and said, you know what? I'm going to play defense. And he won 2 leagues. Certain teams makes 150 million euros just when the season schedule starts. It's like basically saying Man City and Chelsea, and then maybe Arsenal, because Arsenal Wenger used to, build a team from within. And then everybody else in English Premier League is on Premiership budget. Of course, you're going to have the best players every single year, even if you go to Europe. Right? You buy all the best players because you're starting with 150 million off rip without even the TV money, without everything else. So sometimes when we say English Premier League is better, because there's at least 6 or 7 teams that can actually compete.
So you fight in the side then, Kwasi, of the guys that are out there saying the other leagues are better than the Premier League. Is that the side that am I getting it wrong? Are you fighting the side that the Premier League is the best?
No, I just don't like people saying one league is better. I can say, like I said, football is multifaceted. Some people like the attacking sense of football. Somebody really love the defensive side of football. Some like the creativity of football, which is the main 3 component of football. So like what happened on Tuesday is exciting because goals. But don't tell me EPL is crap. EPL is not the best league when certain league don't even compete, right? Italy at one point, yes, was the best league in the world in the 90s, early 90s, because the players that they have was ridiculous, right? They had at least 6 teams that were always winning every single year, compared to certain league has 1. Right? Sometimes they are even done in December before that. So we have to stop trying to kind of diminish one league because of, this one is just kickball. But this league is, wow, look how they pass. Look how they interchange. Brother, that's not football. Football is however you like it. So if I'm sitting here, somebody say, you know what, Kwasi, you're talking shit, because it was exciting. And that's my point. English Premier League is exciting. Hence the reason why some people say it's the best league in the world. That's all I was saying. But please play defense. That's all I'm saying. I love the team that plays defense. But if I agree with Savage, who said football was saved, it was saved because what PSG did. And personally, I like that match better than that day before one, because both teams play well. And they play all 3 sides of the game. It was defensive. They play well. I'll give him that. The attacking, okay, man, damn should have put the ball in the net, because my boy Nunes would have put that ball in the back of the net.
I think you might be stretching there, and I defend Nunes, over across.
Did you see the open net? No. I just want to see you saw the open net.
No, but I've also seen him miss, so that's the conversation a lot of people will have.
But I guess what I think my brother Ernst needs to go back and watch the open net with no goalkeeper in the net. And man, them hit the birds.
I hear it. Listen, I don't disagree as much in terms of what you prefer in it, because everyone prefers football in their own way and how they watch it and how they view it.
I agree.
But everyone has their own way of viewing it. So I get it, man. I say people you hear, especially the pundits in this country, which I don't expect them to be non-biased. They're going to be biased. They're always going to bring up the Premier League and say it's the best league in the world, which is fair. I'm pretty sure if you listen to the other pundits in the other countries, they're going to say we've got the best league as well. So it's just down to you on what you prefer, what style of football. For me, I prefer the more tiki-taka football, play with freedom, entertainment piece than the tactical side. But I do understand the tactical side is a massive part of the game now, because most teams have to do that to win games. Because if every team went gung-ho, I would love to see what them score lines would be, where everyone goes, Highline FC, let's just play ball.
I'll tell you that
shootout. Who scores the most wins the game. If we did that, I think football could go up another level. I think the entertainment, I think they would sell more tickets because you're going to see some mad amount of goals. You're going to be seeing some
Yep.
scary football. They could sell more tickets, but I get it. Obviously, at the end of the day, they don't really care about entertaining us at that point. We're like low on the spectrum of what is necessary. It's about results drives income, drives the revenue, drives more money to be being, in terms of the winning aspect. You win the league, you
Yeah.
get more money. You win the Champions League, you get more money. You finish high, you get a little bit more money.
Mhm.
So I get it, man. Instead of just going, who cares where we finish, man? Let's just ball out, and then whoever wins it wins it. It's
Which
not like
that will bring more eyes to the screen. The world of football will make 10 times more money because setting, football is the biggest, but at the same time, it's not the most watched sport. The only time it becomes the most watched sport is when it's World Cup.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So because that one, they're looking at 1 billion viewership. But like you said, if they had said, hey, get the result by scoring the most, attack, like what we saw on Tuesday, trust me, you see more people watching it because some people just sit there and be like, I have no clue what's going on. All I see is the ball hitting the back of the net. And it's going to be more often. Some people can sit down and wait 75 minutes for one goal, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for some people like us, we love the idea of the tactical, that you could see the managers painting on the field, like this, especially someone like Pep. You could see exactly what he wants his players to play. That one, for some of us, that is beautiful. But I just have a disagreement of people who says, no, this cannot be the best because of that. At the end of the day, the best is whoever watching it, right? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So I just wanted people to see that, hey, if you think what happened on Tuesday was just the best of football, no. There's excitement of football, yes, because entertaining. The same thing that English Premier League is. Extremely, extremely entertaining. As a matter of fact, I think the entertainment factor of the EPL is kind of moving away right now. It's becoming more competitive to the point where, just like you said earlier, the result means a lot now, right? We're going to have 6 teams going to the Champions League.
It's going to be, it's going to be washed with a lot of the English clubs, to be fair. So you got Man United, Spurs in the Europa League, Chelsea in the final of the UEFA Conference League. And then obviously we've got, obviously no English representation in the final.
Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting. But next season, having 5, maybe up to 7 English teams, it looks like. Because if say Man United win it, Chelsea, does Chelsea get in if they win the conference?
No,
or not?
they don't get anything.
Oh, so
they don't even get it. Yeah, they don't even get to the Europa, I believe. Conference is conference, man. They're just doing a favor. That one is called a favor trophy.
All right, man. Let's get to it, man. Liverpool, Arsenal, bro. Arteta saying that they were the best team in the Champions League for some strange reason. Even though we finished top of the new setup. We finished top of that group, and we went out to a team PSG on penalties. Got smoked in the first one. Somehow come out unscathed and won it. Second one I think it was more of an even game. They still balled out though, but we lost the game on pens.
Yeah.
Arsenal had the opportunity to play them, and Arsenal just got battered from pillar to post against them. They did have their moments within that game where they looked good. Now they have to play against a Liverpool team. So Arsenal coming off the back of getting dumped out of the Champions League, Liverpool on a high, coming out the win at the back of winning the Premier League. We decided that we wanted to just vibe out against Chelsea. Do you feel now we're gonna slightly adjust that because now we're playing Arsenal and there's something for us to now prove? Or do you see what happened against Chelsea happen within this game? Or the factor of us being at Anfield, do you think that would adjust the way the boys approach the game?
I think that they're going to take it serious on this one because, one, Liverpool don't like Arsenal, especially their fan base. And Anfield is not going to allow them not to be professional. So, and I'm pretty sure Arne Slot knows that we cannot allow Arsenal to roll in here and beat us like how City did us during the COVID year, where they gave us the guard of honor and then we basically didn't show up. It was like, you know what I mean? So, and I'm pretty sure the players, somebody like Virgil is probably listening to the Champions League coming from Arteta and said, brother, And that's not the only thing he said. He said we have had the highest score in the highest points in the last 2 previous seasons than Liverpool, which is incorrect either, because the highest they got, I believe, was 81 points.
No, I think he means in terms of in the last 2 seasons they finished, their points tally was high, but they didn't win it, which was more than what Liverpool won the league with. So he was trying to get a bit of pat on the back to go, well, we were pushing, but you know what I mean? We just didn't win it because of City. But look, Liverpool won the league with lower points, so we're still good, but we're just off the pace this season. I think that was more it. But we didn't ask for that when we went to 97 and 90.
I was just about to say that.
We didn't go, well, and ask for no, we didn't ask for anything. It was just like, no, they were better than us. Who cares about who else finishes below that? Who cares what was the points before that won it? We didn't care because we cared about winning it. At the moment, Mikel was just asking, he's just trying to make up.
And I think that comments like crazy, that, comments like that, the players are going to take it personal. And as a fan, I'm taking it personal. And I want to see our players kind of using the same emotion that I'm feeling right now about this manager. And because the guy has come to Anfield a couple of times and be very disrespectful. Right? Not that he said anything, but his actions on the sideline has been very, very disrespectful, especially the last 2 years where he thought, he's next to Pep because I used to coach to Pep. Brother, you just came into the party. Right? So I'm expecting our players to be able to take that as an insult. Like, the meme of Michael Jordan said. And I took it personal. And I expect us to beat them because they say we are not that good. But since Saka came in, I haven't seen anything change. Actually, they got it worse since Saka came in there. The best thing they had was beating Madrid twice. So for me, I'm looking at our players, and I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, we're going to be. No, I'm putting the pressure on our players. I want our player, the party is here. Chelsea, I wish we beat Chelsea because it looked like we basically didn't care. Right? I have my boy, Frank the Tank, texting me talking about thank you so much for the dub. I'm like, yeah, you're welcome. That's the repay for when they beat City for us to win the league. So we pay you back. From now on, it's on. But I want pressure on our players. I want pressure on our manager saying if we're gonna lose any game, it's not gonna be on Sunday. After Sunday, I don't care. You guys can do whatever you want. But they have to take it serious. It's at Anfield. Beat this.
We should turn it. To be fair, I think we should turn it into like one of those cup final type games.
I agree.
Because I think that's the only way. Because listen, we can say what we want, and these guys need to act professional and stuff like that. That's true. They need to, and I'm sure they will to an extent. But in their mind, they're like, we've now accomplished the goal we set out to do. So there's always going to be that drop off, no matter how much you don't want it to be. These guys are going to have that slight drop off because there's not that tension of, I need this 3 points. There's not that we need this to add to our tally to win the Premier League. We've now won it. So at the moment, they're just like, let's go and enjoy the occasion, enjoy the moment until we can then lift the Premier League until we get to the parade. But for this game, I get what you're saying because I want the same thing as well. I want us to go and smoke these, man, because I just want them to just shut up now. I want their manager to go, look, you man are not as good as what you think you are. At times they played really good football. That's fair to say.
Yeah.
They have a good team. That's fair to say. But the arrogance of the manager, the way that they feel that they should be spoken about in such high glowing in terms of now we're talking about 3 times winning the Premier League in a row, 2-time Champions League back-to-back. That's the way they want to be spoken about, but you guys haven't done that. I was looking at a list of like the years of when was the last time they won something, and it was 5 years ago when they won the FA Cup. Before that, after that, I think it was like 50-odd years, 70-odd years for everything else. Carabao Cup, they haven't won that in time. Champions League never won. Premier League's like 20-odd years now.
Yeah.
FA Cup was
the only thing they won,
That's the only thing they've won in terms of recent.
And the Emirates Cup.
Yeah, the Emirates Cup. And then they started to count the Charity Shield.
Yep.
The gaffer said, Mikel Arteta said, yeah, nah, 1 3. Man said 3. And said, yeah, Charity Shield as well. 1.
No, but this is the thing, though. A lot of people get kind of say that he's kind of delusional. But then I'm like, you guys, which I agree, but people forget that after when he left Everton, he went and played for Arsenal. He played for Arsenal Wenger. Arsenal Wenger wanted him and made him captain. So he had that Dululu type of mentality. In his head, he really think that it's us against them, which you haven't won anything. The only person who did that was Mourinho, but he came out from the back of winning a Champions League. So that guy had the mentality, it's me against everybody. Look what I did with Porto, the weak old Porto. And he had that gravitas, right? You were somebody's assistant. You cannot come into a big club. Congratulations for getting the job. But you cannot come in and say that, listen here, club, I'm the next big man, man. Yeah, shut up. Right? That's the mentality that he came out with. But still, you haven't won anything. And your fan base makes it even worse because a lot of times they say the manager, the club mirrors the manager. The players mirror the manager, and the fan base mirrors the players. So whatever is going on at Arsenal right now, it's not by accident. It's exactly what their DNA is. This is not something where they'll be like, oh, let's get Arteta out and bring a new manager, and it's going to change. No, it's not going to change. When Arsenal Wenger was there, they were the same Arsenal fans, same Dululu stuff. Arsenal Wenger, after 10 years, became Dululu himself.
True.
You know what I mean? So this is something that, like, I know Savage was saying football was saved in the midweek. I think he was saying more about the Barca versus Inter.
Yeah, it was a Barca one.
Right? But guess what, Savage? I think the gods of football saved football on the Wednesday game. Because can you imagine Arsenal being the final?
Do you know it's crazy? Because even though they haven't won it, even if they got to the final, it's just the whole point of they had a chance. They have a chance in the final to go and win it. And you wouldn't have wanted to see what their fans were about to say. They were about to say some stuff, boy. If they got into the final, they were about to say some stuff.
And
so
no, I mean, if you go back and listen to what some of them said, even the ones that call themselves, oh, we are the real, we make we make sensible, we are the sensible Arsenal fans. And you still looking at it, I'm like, bro, between you and sensible is very, very far apart.
Big up, Pops.
Big up, Pops. You know what I mean? And I'm like, people, first of all, you got to win something. Playing well is not a trophy. It's nice. It's entertaining. Yeah, it'll put people on notice. Say, okay, you're playing well, but there's something called consistency, and I think that's something that Ant-Man and myself we've been demonized of saying when we Pops, thank you for coming because I'm about to talk about your boy. When we say that we need performances at the beginning of the season, what was the most? I came here and I said I was upset about the Bournemouth game, right? Because the performance was up to scratch, even though we won. But guess what? That's what won us the league. Because at the beginning of the season, our performance was so high, the consistency just kept going up. That's why even people said after what? I think I even said the same thing. G, big up to G, and Savage said the same thing. After January, we dropped off. But and I can tell you right now, after January and the first half of the season, the stats after January is better than the stats in of course, if you take the Chelsea loss away from that, it's almost identical to the point where the second half of the season is almost better than the first half of the season.
I think obviously in the first half, I think we was just on that high. New football, no teams really understood what Liverpool were doing.
Right.
Until they kind of figured it out. Once they figured it out in the second half, then we just had to find ways of winning. And that's what we did really well in the second half.
Correct.
We found different ways and solutions to win games of football. First half, we was balling out. We played some good football, man. The team looked good, unpredictable. Goals were flying in. Mo and obviously Cole. These men were just scoring goals, getting assists and stuff like that. But in that second half, you're right. Like it did take a little drop off. Obviously, Savage and G made the point as well as you in terms of the team dropping off. But I would never ask for a team to play consistently the same for the whole season. I understand that there will be drop off. There will be moments of bad forms. There will be moments of inconsistency. But you know, those are things that you can still be in control of. And obviously, teams can figure out how you play, but you can adjust and adapt and change it. And I feel like because we've had the top players in our team, we have found that way to really adapt and change these things. So,
right.
Listen, going into this, man, I'm just happy. I'm just happy. And for those out there that kept saying, yeah, man, I predicted us to win the league. Some liars, bro. Man, the liars, bro. The only ones I heard, and I promise you, bro, the only man them I heard say that was two guys I heard say it. Maybe an extra one in there. Pops. Was it Pops? Yeah, but I think Pops said he would win it as
12 men, man.
12 as well. Did 12? Listen, I don't know.
But you know, some of us, we say we're gonna win the quad every summer.
Yeah, but listen, we didn't say quad though. We just said,
no.
Looking at,
we said a trophy and third.
And here's the thing with that conversation. When we did it, we spoke about it in terms of what we saw last season and what we could improve and do this season. People just said it. No real conviction, no real, context behind it. Just like, yeah, I think we'll win the league. That's it. Now it was like, no, I think we dropped off at game week 30. If we had this, less injuries, we could find the form. We can play in a different way. We can find this type of solution. I think we could go all the way. But yeah, anyways.
I mean, we all said there's a new manager, so we kind of give him that grace of we won third place and at least a trophy, and he was on pace of that. He went to a final.
Yeah.
And if anything has gone bad, he'll probably be third or Champions League. So he was on the part where we were like, yo. But the thing is, people have to understand the league are more competitive. He figured a way to stay consistent, right? Yeah, the bottom half, the last three, there was no competition in the last three. But the middle part, the most important part of the table is the middle part, because those are the chunk of teams that you have to beat to be on the top. That area has become so congested. Forest was at one point second. Now they what, 6?
They dropped off. They've had a couple of bad results, and
so the league has become more competitive. That's why earlier I was saying it's not even entertaining anymore. It's more competitive than 10 years ago, right? 10 years ago, EPL, exciting, goals, but now it's like, yo, Aston Villa is out here beating PSG, the team that just beat Arsenal. All right, Man U and Spurs, the worst team the top 6 has ever seen in how many years, are in a major league trophy final. Yeah, but the team that says that they are the best team in the land, and this is the reason why ends, I think we should beat them. Because if they lose and City win, City ties with them on points.
Yeah, no, I want that, bro. I need
that. I deserve that, man.
I
deserve that.
But yeah, let's what about the team then, Kwasi, man? Let's talk about the team. What team should we roll out there with? Because I'm thinking, do we go as strong as possible, or do we give the fringe guys the opportunity to go and play? So what I mean by the fringe guys, the Chiesa starting from the off, do we run Jones and Elliott again? Or do we go full strength, go back to the normal team, same midfield, defense the same, and run with that? So I'll get your take on it in terms of who do you think we should start in goal? Should we start?
You start with Alisson.
Don't want to give Kelleher a little run, or
let's Kelleher take the last two matches. But this one, like I said, I need this dub, right? I need for my sanity. I need this W. Not that I don't trust Kelleher. Kelleher will do a fantastic job. But this is probably the last important home game that we're going to...
I want a window while picking up the trophy. The Palace one as well. That's going to be an important one. But you mean the measure of context between
in the terms of the context of banter, football, and historical context, yes, Alisson needs to start.
Okay.
That's what.
Who starts right back for you then, sir?
Oh, no, Bradley. The manager already said it. The manager already said it. Bradley started. We need to get him back on. He needs to understand this is the weight you are about to carry for the rest of your football career life. I know you were captain in your country. That's heavy. That's really heavy. But brother, this is another different type of heavy. It's like doing weights. Squat and bench press are two separate heavy weights when you picking them up, right? So I think Bradley needs to start. Trent, thank you for what you did for us, but peace out. As my father, I don't think he should rest.
Yeah, just leave the track. Not even put the tracksuit on. Just
don't put the tracksuit on. Just wear.
Give us that video from home. When you're like, just put that on your Instagram story. I'm watching the game, guys.
Yeah,
throw that up.
And then we have. I think Joey is back, so let's see if we can show Joey to the rest of the world. In case we want to make some money on his side. You know what I mean? Joey can play right back. So we got two players right now who can take care of that. And things were to get really, really bad. We still got our boy Endo who can
run there.
Who can run there too. So yeah, we good. Thank you, Trent. We good. We take it from here.
I might have to delete him off it. You know what?
No, don't delete him. Don't delete him.
No, I am deleting him. There's no point now. I'm not gonna add it. I don't want him in it. Let me just delete him from now. There you go. So there's only one right back at the club right now, and then we got Gomez can fill in. Left back. Are we going left back then, bro? We going Simicas or do we go Robo?
Go Robo. Let's go Robo. Simicas was against Chelsea was his audition, and I think he failed.
Nah, Kwasi, I'm gonna strongly disagree here, bro. I think we're gonna sit on both sides. And Kwasi, you know what we do over here, man. When we're in the channel, we have to challenge each other's opinions.
Yes, sir.
Like vice versa, I'm going to get challenged. You're going to have to get challenged.
Yeah.
I did see this narrative online. He didn't have a good game.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know what he could have done better. From a defensive standpoint, I thought he was fine.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything that he could have done better. I'm not saying there couldn't have been moments where he did better, but there was nothing I said outstanding like brought to mind that, you could have done better. I thought his deliveries were superb into the box from time to time. I felt like his options, his passing was fine. So I'm asking, what did we want to see to go, in your words, audition failed?
So this is the thing. And this goes to the question at the beginning you said. Should we give some French players some game time? And I think the manager tried to, because preseason started against Chelsea. Right. So certain man them need to let the manager know, let me keep him at least till preseason. Right? So he didn't play bad, but the idea was let people know, brother, why were we keep playing Robo when this guy could have played well? Did you think he did that? He didn't play bad. Let's just say he stayed at average, right? Let's just say he was average, because honestly, we were average. We didn't play well.
I know. I get but what I don't want to do, Kwasi, and I think as fans we do this at times, right? We fall into the trap. If the result isn't right, it means we should not really give players ratings that probably played well. So what I mean, and I explain it. Say for an example, I don't know, Gravenberch, for an example, had a really good game, but we lost to Chelsea.
Yeah.
People be like, nah, we're going to give him a 4. We didn't think he was good.
Yeah, that's Monday. Yeah.
The same performance, exact same performance, but we won. People like 8 and 9.
Yeah.
So, and that's what I mean. The result can't skew your opinion or your ratings that far in between. Like, it can't be because we didn't win. All you remember is the negative feelings about it. Sometimes when you watch, as I said, not everyone does play ratings, only for like us content creators and obviously pundits that do it. People at home can join in terms of what they do. But for us, when we do it, we can't do the emotional one where we go, it's the result, so that means everyone gets low, or it's the result we want, so everyone has to get high. We have to give proper analysis, proper opinions. So for me personally, as I said, bro, I didn't see what he could have done better. I'm not saying there's no such thing as perfection. At times you can get there, you can strive for it, etc., etc. But I looked at his deliveries were good. His tackling was good. Nothing really came down his side apart from a lovely little pullback cross from, who was it, on the right-hand side, pulled it back into a great area for Enzo to run onto for the finish. But other than that, it's not like we were dying down that side where there was chances and balls were getting... Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like that. I feel like that side was kind of very comfortable in what we were doing structurally. We played.
Let me ask you this one.
Some great delivery. Mo should have scored from one of his mad deliveries in there. His corners were superb on the day.
Mm.
And Virgil wanted to head one over free head, and the rest of it were just bubbling around when he's putting a great. So I'm
Yeah.
like, shouldn't he
But
get a higher rating? But yeah, sorry, go on.
now,
Man.
if I were to ask you this,
Yeah, go on.
based on that performance, and
Mm.
maybe you say I need another one more match to make a decision on that. Based on that performance, you keep him or you keep Robo?
So it wouldn't be based on the performance. I think about it as I've always said, we need to trust Simicast and give him the opportunity to play.
Mm-hmm.
But I know we're going to be looking for a left back.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I don't want to lose what Robbo brings to this team.
Mm-hmm.
So people might say his performance has been bad, which is fine. I think he's had moments in games, not the whole game, just moments. And we then knock him with the moments.
Mm-hmm.
When he didn't get close enough to Saka when we played him at the Emirates, Saka cut in and scored. Getting sent off against Fulham, slipping in one of the games as well. I think, who did we lose to? Was it the Forest one?
Fulham. Was it Fulham?
No, Fulham he slipped, but he weren't that slip one. There was one when he got sent off. It was Fulham, right? He got sent off. But
that's at home. Yeah, Anfield.
They got in round the back. People blame him for the miscommunication between him and Virgil on the own goal, which was not his fault. That was Virgil's, and he has to own that. Man told you to leave you, and you decide to still try and put your foot there.
No, that one I love. The anger he showed to Virgil. I was so happy.
Yeah, it's like, big man, I'm really getting crucified by the fans. Now you make me score an own goal. Give me more ammunition. I don't think his performance across the season has been great and like to his level, but it's not been bad. And it's just the moments we hang on to. But because of what he brings to the dressing
experience,
room and the experience, I would rather keep him and bring in a younger version. That's all it is. But I've always said to give Simicast the opportunity, man. He
gets better. That's the thing, though. He gets better when he gets 2-3 games on the trot. But the thing is, right now, the way I'm looking at Liverpool, the next stage of Liverpool is called dominance. So players have to have that mindset that you get maybe 60 minutes to start picking up, whether you just walked into the field, right? For some players, they need 1 or 2 games, and then all of a sudden, boom. Some players, they feel like glove. Like, I think the greatest player who ever showed that was Matip. Matip could be gone for 6 months.
Come back in.
As soon as he came in, it's like he never left.
Yeah,
right?
Some players have it, man. Some players,
you know what I mean? So the thing was, the game, I think all of the players were average, but certain man them, I think Simicast, Elliott, and who else? I thought Jones was subpar. And it's like, those are the players that they are on the cups of, should we keep him or should we let him go? And I needed them to literally, because Endo showed that, let's keep Endo for 1 more year. That match, Endo showed it. He's like, I'm staying. No matter what, even if I'm leaving for free, as much as I was signing 1 more year contract so you could sell me after a year. That is what I wanted to see, right?
Fair.
But I didn't see that from Simicast. I didn't see that from Elliott. I didn't see that from Jones. So that's why I said,
fair enough. Maybe we need to go watch along together, bro. Maybe I can.
Let's do that. We need to
I'll give you my take, and then we can. If we watch it at the same time, then you see my reasoning behind the stuff. All right, let's get to the rest of the team. We've gone with Simicast. I'm sorry, Robbo, Trent, not Trent, Bradley. I delete Trent now.
Yeah.
Backline, simple in it. Kanate, Verge. We ain't trying to adjust it, change it. Bring back Kanate in now.
Yeah.
Kwanzaa was fine. Like, he made a few good tackles, couple of dribbles into midfield, lost it there. But overall, like, he's just coming. Like, we're not going to get a brilliant performance. But like what you said, you want to go to the dominant stage when guys get the opportunity, they have to try and take it.
You gotta take it.
And that's fair. I think that's fair. But some guys can't they need a run. They need momentum.
Yeah.
Midfield, I think we need to go back with obviously. Gravenberch had the day off because he weren't even on the bench.
Even was there,
It's because he had the baby, wasn't it? So I think
he had a baby,
I think
so he needs to be back,
McAllister, him and McAllister back in the double. Sobo goes back in.
Yep.
Up top, I don't know. Jota got I watched the game and Jota didn't get what.
I'm concerned. At first, I wasn't, but I'm starting to get concerned about Jota. He's giving me Nunes vibes right now. Like somebody have spoken to them and they'll be like, okay, screw this. I'm done then. Because Jota can be missing the whole game, but he's still a threat. He hasn't been a threat in this half of the season.
Okay, is it because he's not getting enough chances?
He's playing the position that he loves the most, right? Through the middle.
Yeah, and I hear that, but he's not getting, for me, he's not getting, like, for instance, in that Chelsea game, he didn't get any chance. Maybe he got one, I think. Maybe one. I don't want to say none because I'm sure on the stats someone, but from what I remember, I don't remember him getting an actual
But he
chance.
didn't put, the thing is, he didn't even put him. Jota usually is in the middle of the box. He's probably always the only player I think we have, bar maybe Nunes, who attacking wise, when it comes to attack ideology, they are always in the box, right? They know how to be in the box. Whether they're going to do something or not, they are in the box. Compared to Diaz, Gakpo, and Salah, who are always working outside the box. Even when Jota is playing off the left, you always see him in the box. He's like in the right place. He knows how to be in the right place. But recently, it looked like he's slower. I don't know if that little injury he had really impacted him.
I think it's confidence. Listen, when you're confident, you look light, you feel alert, you feel like you can do more.
Yeah.
I think it's just more that than anything else. But he held the ball up really well, better than the other two guys we'll get to in a second.
True.
He held the ball up better than they did and tried to link the game as much as he possibly could. But as a striker, you need chances, bro. You can't be in a game where they're treating you like a defensive forward or a false 10,
4-6 or 4-8.
Like, they can't be treating you like that, bro. As a striker, you need chances, and he didn't get any, bro, to feed off. If you get one or two, you're like, okay, let me calibrate. Let me try and find my shooting boots here. Let me try and get the gauge where I need to finish. But good little movements, but nothing to really show for it. And then you come off with kind of nothing. And so I don't know if I'd run him again. I want him to
don't
run
want
Nunes.
to. Honestly.
I want to run Nunes, bro. I just want to run him. Just run him, bro. We need to put him in the shop window, right? We want to sell him. Put him in so he can score some goals.
What Pops is saying is exactly because that was the same thing that a lot of people had issues with when it came to Klopp. Why don't you play for your number 9?
Kwasi, I've said this for time as well, bro, and no one wanted to listen. Man told me, like, look how many chances they're having. I said, I'm watching the game and I can see these men do not want to play for the 9. They look at him and go, and you know what? It was a telling factor. There was one game and I remember Nunes made a great run. And I'm like, whether you do not like the guy or not, whether you think he's going to miss or not, just pass him.
Put a ball in there.
Give him the opportunity to miss. We're not even doing that now. We're not even giving the man the opportunity to go and miss chances now. I'm like, bro.
Yeah, that part annoys. It really annoys me because, like, then why do we even go get Isak then?
Hey, listen, just pick the striker before we get into that. Who we getting up top, bro? Because
I would give Chiesa a chance. He can play across the front 3 because then you can move Salah through the middle. You know what I mean? I'll give Chiesa a chance. Out of all of any players who needs a chance, let this brother do something.
So play him against Arsenal through the middle.
Yeah, but why not? I mean, you could move him to the right and have Salah.
He can move, he's got intelligent players with him up there.
You know what I mean? And let's be honest, Gakpo and Diaz, do we need to see Gakpo and Diaz? They already showed us what they can do. Gakpo
maybe seeing Diaz play. I like watching.
No, I love to see Diaz, but Diaz don't need.
Can we play Gakpo and Diaz instead of Salah, please, for the wingers? So I'm agreeing with you in terms of Chiesa through the middle. Can we go? If we don't play Nunes, if we don't start Nunes, for an example, say we don't start Nunes and we go Chiesa through the middle.
Yeah.
Can I see Gakpo left and can I see Diaz on the right? Just for my own piece, so I can see something different.
Oh, check this out. Diaz through the middle, like they've been doing, and put Chiesa on the right, which he likes it better.
Nah, do you know what? I want
because you have supposed to like who do the running, right? He will take care of so Chiesa don't need to run back.
No, I don't want to do all of that. Let Diaz. Here's why. Diaz will cover down that right hand side. You see when he goes out there, defensively. Gakpo will try his best at times. He'll drop in and do something there.
Yeah.
Let Sobo be a 10 for this game. Let just be a 10. Not covering right side. Not covering. Not deep line 6. Not right back inverted.
Yeah.
Like we just stay forward, bro, and just be there. So can we try Chiesa?
I would try Chiesa, man. Why not? But Pops don't like that because his boy has a record to break. I agree with you, Pop, but I just want to see something, right? Right now we're in preseason. This is a preseason Salah is going to take over his position. I mean, they'll probably give Chiesa maybe 20 minutes, but I like your idea. Yeah, Gakpo, Diaz, and Chiesa.
All I'm asking for us is just to try something different. That's
something different. Just
try something different.
You know what I mean?
Score prediction. What are we going with? Score predictions and goal scorers.
I usually don't, I usually don't bring scores in, but I say 3-0.
No, we have to. It's preseason, bro. We can throw that.
Preseason 3-0.
Who scores for you?
I think Mo has a goal. Diaz has a goal. And one of the midfielders, either Szoboszlai or McAllister.
3-2. You're not giving Arsenal not even one.
For what?
Just better than us. Don't shoot me down. I'm only asking, bro.
No. They come into Anfield. It's gonna be hot in Anfield. We're not giving them anything. I've been fighting for my goalkeeper to win the Golden Glove. I don't know how far he is from that, but we need to get Alisson, the best goalkeeper in the world, more Golden Gloves.
It's so difficult because it's not the fact of Liverpool's dead defensively, but we always do something crazy to give the team a goal. So we're not like bad defensively. We just Robbo will call for the ball. Virgil says, "Now I'm putting my foot in the way." Why? I don't know. We had a clean sheet waiting. We had a clean sheet waiting for there, bro. We decided nah.
And even the one against Chelsea, I was like, I didn't even blame Kwanzaa. Yeah, Kwanzaa played a lot of too childish for me, right? Dribbling and instead of passing, he's trying to be like Matip. When Virgil hit that ball and it hit him and went back in, I looked at Virgil like, bro, this kid is trying to get off that own goal thing, and then you just put him right back into that box. You could have kicked the ball anywhere else if you were paying attention.
Just out that way. Why were you hooking it back? I get it, bro, because you have to clear in and you're not anticipating. But at the same time, I don't know, man. It's easier said than done, and it comes back to you. You just want to put your foot through it, send it upfield, clear your lines, reset, go again. But it was just so unfortunate that it hit. Yeah. Anyone else, you'd be like, all right, you know what, hit the strike. Cool, no problem. Unlucky, Vert, tried to clear it. But when a kid's trying to build a different reputation, you're not helping him.
And they didn't help him. That's why when I think right after the goal, he got the ball, he started to dribble through he was upset.
He had to try and rectify it. Because but this is what I'm saying with us. We're not bad defensive, but we do stuff like
mistakes every time, man.
That's why Alisson ain't going to get them golden gloves, man. We ain't going to, because you look at the other teams, Arsenal don't really make as many mistakes defensively.
Nah, they don't.
Have been recently. Saliba, boy.
Bro,
Saliba, man.
Man,
bare shaky moments,
bro. But then they tell us somebody had the audacity to argue with me and say, "Oh, yeah, he's on the Virgil level, brother." He's lucky against PSG. He messed up, and they recovered. I think someone who saved him.
The goalkeeper.
Saved him.
Yeah, goalkeeper saved him, and then one of them, I think, Rice saved him. Rice flew back and made a tackle.
Yeah.
But listen, guys, big up to Kwasi for jumping in, man. Listen, and we'll be more prepared next week. So next week, Friday, same time. I say same time, meant to be 1 p.m. So 1 p.m. same time.
1 p.m. or 1:30?
1 p.m. this time. Sorry, bro. I told you the media team we didn't communicate well enough. But we'll be more prepared next week, and then me and Kwasi will be back chopping it up next Friday, 1 p.m. We're going to try and do this as often as possible, man.
Yeah.
Kwasi's link to his channel is in the description and also in the title, guys. So please go and show him some love over there. Kwasi, tell the people if you got any streams today or...
No stream today. We'll be back on Sundays. I don't know. Should we do... I
am doing the watch along anyway, so if you want to join, we can...
Oh, you're doing watch along?
I said to the people, I'm doing the watch along for all the games. So I did the Chelsea one.
Yeah.
And I'll do the Arsenal, gonna do the Brighton, and then obviously the Palace one as well. So yeah, I'll be doing all the watch-alongs.
Okay, then I think I will have to join you on this one.
No problem, bro.
Yeah, I'll have to join you on this one and see.
So I can see how you behave, and maybe I can.
I had a very good. Was it the championship day? It was legendary. I even I recorded a TikTok video live on the watch along. I think you probably saw it. I posted it on IG.
Yeah.
I was on doing my watch along, then I recorded that one. Yeah,
Wait, you on
so
TikTok as well?
yeah.
I might not
I
follow
haven't
me on
I
TikTok.
haven't
We
been
we
active
follow you.
on my TV. I was trying to see how I can get on the live so I can do TikTok live, but
I'd literally jumped off of one before I jumped on here, bro.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd need to do them more often. The people on there
Yeah,
keep telling me I need
that
to do
one
them
you
more.
get a lot of YouTube has been playing me with my numbers, man. I don't know, man. I know
Just
I need to wear a
keep
mask
putting in.
coming on.
Nah, just keep putting out the work, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Takes time. It does take time. Just improve as much as you can. Improve
yeah,
on the back side, the back office side of it. What we need to do to improve that side.
yeah.
Just
That's
keep
yeah,
going,
you're
man.
right. That's the part.
Keep going because
Yeah, but yeah, in
eventually
the
there will
summer
be a
though.
shift.
Yeah,
Eventually there will be a shift, bro, and people would want to come and listen to real conversations.
I can start seeing there's a little bit of a shift in on the social media side because, and I'm gonna say it, FSG outers are in the dump because everything they said in the last 10 years does not make any sense, right? Trent was given the most money he could possibly have, but he chose to go. We're paying people over 150,000 a week more than what we have ever did. You know what I mean? So don't all these jokes about FSG is a penny pincher. It doesn't fly. It's not even funny anymore. They got money. We have money. They just know how to spend their money. It doesn't mean they pinch. They spend 85 on a striker. So we will see this summer. You know what I mean?
This summer will be a telling thing.
Man.
I'm sure we're gonna have plenty of good videos to chop up over
Oh
there.
yeah.
So yeah, when we playing Sunday,
yeah.
I think I'll be active. I'll send you the link for it. So I'll be active from 4:15, 15 minutes before the game is when I'll go live.
Oh yeah, we need to watch the what they call it, the walk of shame for Arsenal.
Oh yeah, the guard of honor.
Yeah, they have to give us the guard of honor, but for them it's a walk of shame.
Then, so we don't miss any of
yeah,
those.
I need to see that. I need to record that too.
I'm sure there's going to be plenty of clips online anyway. But Kwasi, listen, I appreciate you taking the time.
I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Big up to Mandem in the chat, man. Hit the like button, people. Come on, hit the like button.
As I said, back for the watch along. Kwasi said he hasn't got anything at the moment, but he'll be back with me as well for the watch along on Sunday. So join us then. And as I said, guys, we're going to be trying to do this. Not trying, we will, God willing. We'll be doing this every Friday, 1 p.m. man. Always love for you guys in the chat. Appreciate you guys always. If you're watching it on the replay, there is timestamps, so you guys are going to be able to skip through to the parts that you find interesting. And then leave your thoughts and your comments if you agree, disagree with me and Kwasi's comments. I'd say go to the first 3 minutes. Kwasi had to get some stuff off his chest.
Yeah, man.
Let's see if you agree with him or you disagree with him. And yes, I've deleted Trent off my lineup now, so you won't be on any lineup that I do going forward.
At least we got 3 more games left.
I don't care, bro. Bun him, bro. People, peace.